This is Chet here from Avion Technology in the Chicagoland area. We are a digital agency that helps to turn around other digital agencies by making them more profitable, or we also help other agencies scale up. So today I'm going to talk about 6 metrics. So first of all, I'm sitting in the mailroom today because the floor of my office is being redone. So this is being shot in the mailroom. So the ambiance might not be perfect. A day in the life of a small business owner, right? So today I'm going to talk about 6 metrics that a digital agency owner should know. For me personally, even knowing about these metrics took about 10 years. So I just want to, my purpose of doing these videos, by the way, before I go any further, let me tell you that none of what I say should be construed as legal or financial advice, right? This is just a conversation. If you need legal advice, go and talk to a lawyer. If you need financial advice, go and talk to your CPA, right? This is just a conversation. It's not even an educational video. This is just a conversation. I look forward to your comments in the comment section because I'd love to know more about what you think about all of this. So today I'm going to talk about 6 metrics that every small business owner should know. The first is net profit, right? 100%. You absolutely need to know what your net profit is, right? Not your operating profit, not your gross profit, but your net profit, right? The second is your cash flow, right? Because ultimately, you could have really high margins, right? Your net margins could be really high, but if you don't have a positive cash flow, that probably means that something is not right. I have seen in the agency world a lot of times, the margins are usually high. So if you're running an agency, you should operate at least between 15 to 20% net margins. But within the agency world, I have seen a lot of times, owners struggling with cash flow, right? And that's usually on projects where they get paid on milestones. So the project overall is profitable, but the client might have withheld the payment for 6 months because they're waiting for the site to be perfect. So cash flow is actually something that a lot of agency owners struggle with. So like I said, the first is net margin, the second is cash flow. The third is a very interesting metric, but it's a metric that has served me really well. It's the yield per developer, right? Or it's a yield per dev, or it's the yield per social media marketing person, right? So, which is essentially, if you take your entire revenue and divide it by the number of devs that you have, or if you take your revenue and divide it by the number of social media folks, you actually find out how much each of those is bringing in for the company. And this is not a metric for performance. I mean, it can be a metric for performance, but a lot of times this is actually a metric for, talent. You want to see if there's any talent mismatch, right? Because you want to put your best devs for the best clients. When you find out the yield per developer, you kind of, sometimes you realize that, your best devs are actually working for your worst clients. And I've seen that happen a lot of times, right? Because the worst clients will usually shout and, raise a hue and cry about a situation. And then what happens is, you end up putting your best developers on those clients. And that's not a good situation. It's a little bit like throwing good money after bad. So definitely, so net profit, number 1, cash flow, number 2, yield per developer, number 3. The fourth metric that you should know is which clients are bringing in how much business, right? And you can do this in terms of absolute numbers, you can do this in terms of percentages, but you need to know your top 15, top 20 clients, 100%, right? You need to know which client brings in how much. You need to know, both in terms of absolute numbers and as a percentage. The next is lead sources, right? Again, just like clients, you need to know which lead sources are bringing you the most amount of business, right? What's your number 1 lead source? What's your number 2 lead source? What's your number 3 lead source? So on and so forth. And the last metric that you should know as an agency owner, right, is your client retention ratio. So how many of the clients that you had last year, you took them on next year? and how many of the clients you had last year, how much business they gave you last year and how much business they gave you this year. So again, a very good metric of how well you're doing as a company is your client retention ratio, right? So that's again a number that you should pay close attention to. So just six ratios. Number one is net profit. Number two is cash flow. Number three is yield per developer. Number four is client revenue. Number five is lead sources, and number six is your client retention ratio. I'm sure there's a lot of other ratios, and I would be extremely curious to know them. Feel free to comment on that in the comment section. Here at Avion, we've helped a lot of agencies scale up. We've also helped a lot of agencies become profitable by being a vendor for them and being a trusted vendor for them. We are based out of the Chicagoland area, based out of northwest suburbs of Chicago, and we have been doing this for the last 17 years. So if you see this video, and if this kind of resonates with you, press the like button. If you want to subscribe, press subscribe. These are my coordinates. If you want to just give me a shout and have a conversation, I'd love to talk with small business owners. Let me know. I'd be more than happy to touch base. Thank you so much. Chet here from Avion Technology. And today is Wednesday. So today is the big hump day, right? So I hope you get over the hump, and I'll see you on the other side of the week. And I hope you've had an amazing week, because I have. Thank you so much. Have a great day.